Hello my darlings, happy Monday, I hope you've had a lovely day. We are going to read chapter 8 of Wind in the Willows, and this chapter is called Toad's Adventure. And as you know, Toad got sent to prison for stealing a car because Toad was not a good boy. Let's see what happens. Chained up in his dungeon, all alone, Toad shed bitter tears and abandoned himself to despair. "This is the end of everything," he wept. "How can I ever hope to be free again?" And for several weeks he refused all the food brought to him by the grim and ancient prison officer. But the prison officer had a daughter, a good-hearted girl, who helped her father sometimes in the prison. She was very fond of animals, and she said to her father one day, "I can't bear to see poor Toad so unhappy and getting so thin. Let me look after him," she pleaded. "Do what you like," he said. So that very day she went to see Toad, to talk to him and to tempt him with some food. At first he would not be comforted, and when she brought him tea and very thick hot buttered toast, he started eating again. I love hot toast with butter on. And they had many interesting talks together. She told him that she had an elderly aunt who was the washerwoman at the prison. She suggested that if Toad gave this lady a little money, she might be willing to let him have one of her dresses and an old bonnet so that he could escape from the castle. So the next morning the girl brought her aunt to Toad's cell. Look, they're going to dress him up like a girl. Shaking with laughter, the daughter helped Toad to dress up in the cotton print gown, arranged the shawl and tied on the washerwoman's bonnet, all of which her aunt had brought in her bundle of washing. Then the pair of them tied the old lady up to make it look as though the daring Toad had overpowered her to steal the clothes. With quaking heart but firm footstep, Toad made his way through the castle. The warders and the soldiers joked as they saw the stout little figure in familiar clothes go walking by. Every door and every gate was opened for him. Even so, it seemed hours before he crossed the last courtyard, and then he was walking across the drawbridge. Free. So there he is, getting into his clothes, and then there he is sneaking out. Dizzy with the success of his daring exploit, Toad made his way to the railway station. He went to the booking office to buy a ticket and found to his horror that he had left all his money and belongings behind in the prison. He pleaded with the booking clerk, but he was pushed out of the way. In despair again, he wandered down the platform to where the train was waiting. He told the engine driver all his troubles. Luckily, the engine driver was a very kind man. He told the poor washerwoman that if she washed a few shirts for him, she could have a lift in his cab. He's got to do some washing. Toad was very thrilled as the train sped along, but after a while the engine driver said they were being followed by another engine. "And it's crowded with warders and policemen," he exclaimed. So he slowed down enough for Toad to jump off as they passed through a thick wood. He rolled down an embankment and scrambled into the wood. He watched his train get up speed again and disappear. Then the pursuing engine roared past, everybody shouting, "Stop! Stop!" Toad had a hearty laugh for the first time since he was thrown into prison. Look, it looks like Toad might just get away with what he did. Oh my goodness, that's the end of the chapter. Next one is chapter number 9, if I can count. So 5 on this hand and then 4 on this hand. And it's called The Further Adventures of Toad. So tomorrow we see what else Toad has done. I hope you enjoyed that, and I will see you tomorrow. And if you are doing the baking, I will see you in the morning. Bye guys!